Alright, let's start audio. Turn mine in a second. Alright, let's start audio. Hola Ray, thank you for the reminder. Hola husbando. Doesn't look like RuneScape? Nope. Sure it doesn't. It's okay, we're trying to catch this big fish and there's a smudge on my glasses. Audio good? Yeah. So that first turtle obviously didn't come through. So there's two turtles back to back that always spawn back to back. So if you don't catch one, the second one is a mooch one and it fucking sucks. Because you spend all your GP trying to get as many casts as possible on the first turtle, and then you're here trying to get one with next to no GP. Cordial on cooldown. Alright, this is what we want here. This will be a little blue frog. We're gonna mooch that and let's see if we can get the muttering mata mata. There it is. What color would you like, Ray? Unless that was just a gentle reminder to turn my shit on. Alright, this is a big fish. Doesn't feel like it. There's still one. There it is. That's the fake out. That's the fake out. 26 seconds. So we have to get the little blue frog here, or we get nothing. Nada. Doesn't turn into non. Thank you very much, Ray. I hope you're doing well. Are you ready for your trip? Hopefully it's ready to go. I'll get your redeems here shortly, husbando. 9 seconds left. He can do the mooch too. There we go. Last chance. Last chance. I only asked that, Ray, because I'm the type of person who prepares everything like weeks in advance. That way I just pick it up and go. Whereas Mimi tends to prep some stuff and then not some other stuff because, you know, trip's coming eventually. And eventually it'll get prepped. Which is kind of weird because normally it's the other way around. Fish. Not much luck, Sandra. Not much luck. I got a mata-mata, but not the mata-mata. I am that person, but my room mom is the opposite, so no, not ready yet. Yeah, no, I get it. Traveling's weird. We had the Aelod window earlier, Sandra. Completely didn't even see. I've never seen the Aelod. It's never bitten. At all. So I've never seen it in like, I don't know, 5, 6 attempts, maybe 7 attempts. Sidereal whale, no go whatsoever because I couldn't get to the Philina, so I never even saw that one either. I didn't even get a chance to try to catch the Sidereal whale. I think I'm going to switch that around. I've been going for the Unbegotten and the EBE first. I think I need to go for Stay in the Zone in Baby Jail and just catch a Philina in advance and then be like, okay, cool, let's go. Because if I don't catch the Philina, what's the fucking point, right? It just sucks until you catch it. Yeah, it's one of those things. You get 90 seconds. Good luck, right? We are getting the Esperance carp in 21 minutes. This is one of those terrible fish. So I need to go catch fish now. Because it requires you to catch 3 other fish that are always up. So we'll see how this goes in on the streets as Husbando. Dokumbab, thank you for the raid. Welcome on in. Flindorn, what do you get when a cow knocks over a fence? Utter destruction. Welcome in, what were you up to, Dokumbab? Tell me about your stream. Also, what the fuck? I didn't know you streamed. Where's that follow button? Boink. I had no idea. I've known you for how long? Did it feel like to eat you? Oh, that's gross. Well, come on, thank you for the raid. Thank you for bringing your community over, dude. Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. This is in Proto-Alexandria. Where the fuck is that? I haven't even fished at this hole yet. Alright, where is this? I've seen once every 2 years the past 4 years. You know what? Fair. Fair. Well, in 2 years, I'll be ready to go. Alright, apparently this fishing hole is down here somewhere. What's going on, Starchy? Fishing is serious business. It can be. If you're doing big fishing, it absolutely can be. Husbando, Venus is the only planet that rotates clockwise. Rotation is pretty important. Ah, it's a house! What the fuck? Alright, it is... Oh, it's off of the thing? Okay. That's weird. I was doing M9 into 11 street clears in prep for doing M12s tonight with static. Since we're on limited time, very nice. Get it out the way, get it prepped, ready to go. Good stuff. And then just some chill roulettes on Black Witch. Gotcha, gotcha. Very nice. Listen, just living in... That's one of the things I like about MMOs more than anything else is just the ability to exist and vibe in it, right? Just out here doing the thing. This is... Okay, so I need those little wormies. Oh, it's in this. I don't want to be in the water's too deep. Let's be over here away from everybody. The chill was nice to swap to after oh, there's somebody right there. They, you know what, they're ahead of it. I respect their game. We need 2 types of catches for this. I've never fished here, so I don't know what it is. It was nice to swap after Party Finder, even though it wasn't terrible. That's good. Party Finder can be a mixed bag sometimes. I'm glad it was pretty chill vibes and you just got the stuff done and done. Alright, so the golden day is always up. 1 exclamation mark. Not what I need. There's no mooching involved. I just have to get these 2 fish in time for the buff. So I'll get golden days and then try to get Scarlet Queens and then use identical cast to set up a window for ourselves. Other than that, Mami, I hope you're enjoying your time off today. Wait, this is 2 exclamation marks, right? Is this 2? So there's gonna be Scarlet Queen maybe? Scarlet Queen, alright, identical cast. We got 1, so we can just do this now and then we'll double hook this. That'll give us our 3. That is no longer true though. They found planets which spin that way too. Yeah, I mean, I wonder if they meant, let's see, the planet. They were very vague with that. They just said is the only planet instead of the only planet in our system. All right, we have 3 Scarlet Queens, so that's what we need. Now we need 3 golden days. Very important. You want to set this up so that way you're ready to go when the window opens. Because if you do it now, you'll get the buff. So let's find 1 golden day. It's 1 exclamation mark. And it's only a 6-minute window. So there's a mod exclamation. No, listen, as we learn more, right? Don't need 2 exclamation marks, we need 1 exclamation mark. Proto-Alexandria. Alright, so I've gotten the 2 alright, so the fish that we need is right here. This little guy. So that we can set up to get this one over here. Alright, let's see what this is. Golden day. Alright, so we identical cast this. And now I ain't got shit to do for 14 minutes. So obviously when right before the window opens, we fish this up again, and then we double hook it, and we'll have our 3 fish, which will give us our fisher's intuition, which then allows us to do the thing. Fish. My butt pillow's out of place. There we go. But hopefully you're all doing well. I'm tired. I woke up at 6:30. I think I got 4 or 5 hours of sleep today, which is an improvement. And I didn't wake up, so that was a good thing. I wouldn't call it good sleep. I wouldn't call it deep sleep, but it was sleep. Anyway, got a massive headache right before I started, so pop the pill for that. Make sure the camera is good to go. Camera is good to go. I kind of like this angle more than the previous one. Kind of do. Still need to adjust this guy, but you know, outside of that, doing all right. I think I'm gonna order this Mimi and then see how they go. And then if I don't like it, well, you know. I think we were talking about earlier. Men's underwear mesh. No, I still need to find something for that. It's only 4, so but if I like this, I'll order another set. I have been that guy that refuses to get new socks and underwear just because there's still some cloth on them that works. So we're getting sporty for incoming summer times. Fish. We're waiting 14 minutes on Esperanza. I keep trying to say Esperanza because Esperanza is a name in Espanol. But yeah, so we did some work today for fish. Our Port Alexandria, there we go. So we caught these 3. I don't know what that is. And then we're trying to get this guy. But yeah, no, we did some work. I went through and tidied up what I needed to do. I'm now at 2 out of 2 of 4, so this is just a Shari Benet in Heaven's Ward and the Warden of the 7 Hues. Arguably 2 of the worst fish to catch in the game. For over here, I caught 31 times this fish got away, by the way. Fuck you, Damro and Herring. No, it got away 30 times, 31 times, something like that. It got away a lot of time, 30 to 31 times. It actually, I tried to reel it in and it just fucked right off. So this is probably the worst fish I've ever had luck with. Cheap viewers, no narrative, whatever the fuck your name is, get out of here. Shoo. Be gone. No, we got double botted. Appalled. I'm an appalled client right now, but I'm not going to be an appalled client of yours. Thank you, Beta. But it's like, I'm trying to work, and this motherfucker's over here yelling in my ear. Anyway, listen, the fish brings the bots in. Anyway, yeah, so this is just Aelad and Lancetfish. Hey, I'm a cheap viewer. I don't need competition. Yeah, so we're just 2 away from this, and we're 2 away from this. And again, it's just some of the worst fish in the game as a whole. And then over here for big fish, we're 7 away from this, and some of these are the Sidereal whale. What else is in this list for this? The Sidereal whale, garlic this, garlic that. And then what else is on the list? Rhine pike, not difficult. It's just it might be difficult. I don't know. It's always up though, so I don't have to worry about that. Like it's literally always up, almost always. The furcacuada in Lethe. Rosa's fish, the last one, because you get about half an hour in-game time to catch a fish, which is less than 90 seconds. It's about 90 seconds. I know, Choo-Choo. There's the turtle. There's the Durdina fish, which is a mooched fish, which sucks. But it's up often enough. It's just a matter. The Star Scryer, which I put 40 casts into and didn't even get a bite, so that sucks. That did not feel good. But that'll be up 19 hours from now. 19 hours, 24, 1. Alright, so it'll be in the morning. Hola, Zabes. Chief viewers. No! No big fish for me. So yeah, so doing a lot of work here for these big fish. And then if you look over here, so that's 2, that's 7. And then for Dawntrail, where's Squall? Squall needs to be downloaded for later on in the evening. Damn! Hello, Beta. Let's see, the Esperance is a 7.4 fish, so I need to pop a food for this. But yeah, so obviously there's more than 24 big fish for Dawntrail available right now. The achievement only goes to 24, but in 7.5, that achievement is gonna go way higher. This one here went from 23 to 40, so you know. So we're working on that. Hola, Darksmack. Darksmack, get the boat. with rising sea levels, you're gonna need a boat at some point. So the sooner you get on that arc, the better. Get it? The arc. I don't need encouragement. I've only ever been, I've only ever been on 2 boats. One of them was a tall ship that Mimi's bougie ass company went on the tall ships cruise for the company event, which, by the way, that's how I learned that tall ships make me seasick. The sandwiches were very tasty, but if I tried to do anything other than sit there at the at the side. I've been browsing boat size for 3 years now. You just need a short ship. Yes, that's what I was gonna say. The smaller, it's not small at all, by the way. It's just tall ships are fucking tall. The ferry that we can take across the harbor here doesn't bother me at all. I will walk around. I'll stand at the very top and we'll go. But I don't know if it's the difference between, you know, vroom vroom motorized ferry and tall ship. Being yanked by the wind, that motion is different. I don't know. But tall ship seasick, ferries not at all. Did you go further out? We did go further out, yes. The ferry just goes across the harbor back and forth between Halifax and Dartmouth. The tall ship was like, let's see how far out we can go, and we fucking went after the ocean. Ocean swells, we'll do that. Gotcha. So it's more so the current out there, then okay, that makes sense. Oh yeah, no, we went out to sea and everything, and then not too far out, but obviously far enough out of the harbor where it wasn't as controlled, I suppose. That's what Zabes gets for arcs that are towering my fucking dead body, so I can't get your stuff. He was just jealous of 331% accuracy. Noted. The motion of the ocean, as they say, the motion of the ocean. But yeah, so if you want to catch this is right here. This fish will not be up for another day, and then who the fuck knows after that? It's up in 8 minutes. This is a 7.4 fish, so you need at least 4,500 gathering. I do not have 4,500. I have 43 and change, so I have to eat food because I'm just under what they require. Because I go for perception over gathering, because gathering limits are they're not that bad for literally everything but big fish. So here we are. How's Psyche doing over? Oh, she rated Pumpkinberry. That explains why some of you are here. Noted. Let's get our other assets up. Boink boink, there they go. I was wondering, okay. But yeah, this is one of the bigger, nastier fish, we'll see. But after this, I'm not going to bother with the Warden of Seven Hues. I'll do that off stream. That's 36 minutes from now. Lancet fish in 2 hours. Sherry Benet in 2 hours. Surreal whale in 2 days. The heirloom gold grouper is in 2 days, and then it'll be 27 days after that for that one. And then Ealad is in 4 days, and then 9 hours later, so it's not too bad. We get another chance right there. Garlic this is in 5 days, and then 3 hours later. That one kind of sucks. You need to catch 12 Basilosauruses. And then that Neoid, I can't even pronounce that. Aeroplanos is in 5 days. And then that'll be 8 days after that. And then, of course, Purse of Riches can go fuck itself in 20 days. But some of these big fish are pretty bad. Alright, 5 minutes to go. By the way, mock tomes reset. For those of you that are interested in doing your mock tomes, I need to do Zervan. Apparently I didn't do Never Reap. Oh no, that's unfortunate. You also can do your Wondrous Tales. I think this is universal. Wondrous Tales are your Grand Company supply and provisioning missions, which reset in roughly, the time changed. In 3.5 hours or so? Something like that. Anyway, got that. Automog is done, so yeah, I'll be doing Zervan Synced Down, and then I'm not doing Wondrous Tales. I'll do these Grand Company turn-ins. They're easy enough to do. And then after that, probably just Rolos, and then we'll see how the big fish treat us. But I would like to be done with these, simply because, as you can see there, again, per the achievement hunting, I literally didn't touch these intentionally just because I knew I would get there with big fish. I went from 1,200 catches to almost 1,900 catches in 2 weeks just from trying to get big fish. Hola, Wolfie. Maybe towards the butt end of the stream, there's no fish windows, I'll finally get in there and do the Easter event in Phasmophobia. This went from mid 1500s to about 2400 from trying to catch big fish. Thank you for the streak. Oh my god, 200! Thank you very much, Duke. I appreciate you always being here, homie. But yeah, per achievement points, that's 10, 20, 40, 50, 70, 80. You get a bonus on top of that for just cause, so that's 100. And then 110. 110 points. Boom, 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 boom. If I can just get a handful of fish. 3 minutes to go, by the way. Phasmo, now let's go. No! Big fish window! How are there only 2 of us here? Where are the fishers at? People are too employed to do this big fishing. Is what I'm learning. Screw the fish. No! I need the fish, Wolfie. I need the fish. But I mean, if you're around, Wolfie, and you don't mind duoing some Phasmo, we can do that. You stabbed the fish. Okay, please stab the fish into my inventory so I can get credit for it. This would work for me. But yeah, 14 obviously again going into a content lull. We're gonna get one thing to do on the 28th, and that's just an alliance raid. Nothing else. If it holds true, I've been meaning to look at the roadmap that they gave us. When do we get the new crafter moon? I almost missed my mouth. Is that like June or something dumb? Final Fantasy XIV roadmap 7.5. Let's see. Part 1, yeah, we know that. Yeah, so Alliance Raid, we get the dungeon MSQ for part 1 of it in the Alliance Raid. And Unreal Shinryu. PvP, whatever. Housing update, armoire update, die update, duty support. Geo, thank you very much for that 65 streak. The weeklies keep being trials I haven't unlocked. Last week's was a trial that needed the Hildebrand adventure to consign. Yeah, that's when they do that. When it lands on freaking what's his face out in the middle of nowhere. Alright, so 7.51 is June. Yeah, so we don't know when we're getting Beastmaster. Literally all the things we want to do. We have no idea when we're going to get. Oculin Crescent, Cosmo Planet number 4, and Beastmaster. The meat of this patch isn't going to be until midsummer, at best. That is unfortunate. Because though Oculin Crescent is exactly the most exciting content, it is at least new content you can do, run around, new visuals, new music, there's some jobs to work towards obviously, but yeah, Wolfie, you can turn in 5 items via crafting and gathering. So even if you can't get one, you can get the other one. Alright, 30 seconds, here we go. I didn't pay attention to how many seconds this cast was that I needed for this fish. I assume it's relatively quickly, so when it's at 10 seconds, I will cast out. And then we have to double hook. That's important. We have to double hook because then that'll give us the buff immediately. That's the important bit. Good luck, homie, over in the corner. That's not me in the corner. Window opens. It's open. There goes the buff. Slap the hell out of it. Chum it. The buff will last the entire window essentially. 3 exclamation marks. That's what we need here. Nom 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 pancakes. I like pancakes. Chum, rest, chum, cast. Rest, chum, cast. Your pancakes will bring 3 marks. That's because your pancakes are 3 exclamation marks, Wolfie. Out here shaking that ass like you do all the time. Alright, let's see what we got. Nope. I slept out one of the lower level fish. It really doesn't matter too much. Some fish obviously have longer cast times and are much more difficult to... They eat up more of your time, therefore you get less attempts at the big fish. But equally, those fish also tend to be kind of rare or uncommon. So you have to decide whether you want to remove the really big, long cast time bait fish that's just not really going to be what you want it to be, or you slap out one of the easy, quick, common fish. That way it doesn't come up as often. Okay. No. Wrong bait! I lost 1 minute on the wrong bait. Oh, that's several casts I just lost. Okay, that's fine. Nothing I can do about it unless I have a time machine. I can yell my dumbass to change baits. Forgot about that. I decided if I'm going to pug Mythic Plus dungeons or quit WoW this week. Mythic Plus, you don't like Mythic Plus, but I mean, if it's a means to an end, and it leads to a raid group that you want, because you want to raid, I don't know, homie. I hit level 84 this morning. Borrow the DeLorean? Okay. Make sure you remind me to switch my baits when I've got the window open. This is not it. Alright. No one is going to accept us someone that's just leaves 10 or 15 levels lower. Yeah. At least, you know, there's a little, yeah, I mean, you could find a group, right? But most groups are not going to be that casual friendly. It is World of Warcraft. I say that as someone who's played the game and raided in that game since vanilla. I didn't raid in vanilla, thankfully. But, oh. Hola, Malaya. The pugging in M Plus has always been an experience. I bet it has. I've never done a single mythic dungeon. I don't like the concept of mythic dungeons. Let's crank up the difficulty by adding all these debuffs and all that. It just never appealed to me. I know people fucking chomp at the bit for it, but it's not for me for sure.
Caliente.
62 years just like Solu's AG. I mean, hello, old Amiga Lutangai kid.
Hola, amigo. How's it going? How's it going, Kita? Thank you very much for the 62 months. If you would like to vote for our cooking stream, let me know. It's exclamation mark toppings as always. I hope you're doing well, though. It's good to see you. I'm doing okay. I'm not sleeping well, but other than that, we're making do as best we can. Less than 2 minutes to go on this. An explanation for that theme is empanada. Okay, we're gonna take stuff that normally doesn't go into those dishes and see how it works. Like a lasagna empanada, pizza empanada, stuff like that. So we'll see. Will it empanada? But I'll definitely add it to the voting there. But thank you very much. Leading with the guilty is usually a good laugh, but pugging less so. I can imagine. I mean, I know some people. There's a lot of discourse right now over how the Final Fantasy XIV is one of the worst set of content creators and community and blah 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 blah, which is just a lot of people who don't. They're just talking out of their ass. But the amount of bad experiences I had in just regular dungeons, forget mythic, just regular ass dungeons or LFR or anything like that, it's like, good lord. No thank you. I don't have it in me. I would only do that with friends, and even then it would have to be close friends, like with Beta. And then we'd both just be miserable together, so there's that. But we do need a full group, which I'm only level 84. I'm not doing level 90. All right, last cast. Good luck. This is it. Big fish. It always feels bad when I don't even see the big fish, because it's like, did I do something wrong? Am I incorrect? Nope. Hey, anybody want an expert? The next fish is in Elpis at Leith, and that's going to be in 46 minutes. So, may as well get my roulettes out of the way, or at least one or two of them. Is Brady online? I know he said the chores might take him. Thankfully, the furkakuada requires no prep time, and it's also like less than 90 seconds. There's Brady right there. Brady! I'm gonna kidnap him. Let's see. Right, let's add that vote to Empanada while we're here doing the thing. Man, those sure are a lot of commands. Every time I go over here to my Nightbot, it does show me what my commands are, and it's like, damn. Alright, Brady says, sure. Room for 2. This is expert roulette. Gonna be... Oh, look at all those fish. Jesus. Get out of my bag. I don't need you. What's this? Maybe, Beta. Maybe. I don't see why not. I've got a feeling you'd be... You're already beat on that spot, though. No, I want to sense this. Alright. But yeah, we're just gonna run an expert and then I didn't consider that. Apparently you can just turn in dungeon drops as well for your Mog Tomes. The durability of one of your pieces of gear is noticeably low. Yeah, sure is. Sure is. Let's do that. And then that. But yeah, so we'll just progress through this. Do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, see what we can do, and then maybe switch it over to Phasmo. And do the Easter event. Lancet Fish is in 2 hours. Warden of 70 Hues is up in 46 minutes, but we're going to be doing the Furukakuwada, so can't really do that. After that, I'm boned. There's nothing. The Frozen Hello Beta. The Frozen Regitoire doesn't spawn for 12 hours, and then the Muttering Mata is also 12 hours, and then the Dordina Fish is 1 day, Star Scryer is 1 day, and the Giga Giant Snakehead, that's actually the name. Giga Giant. You want to come along, Beta? Giga Giant Snakehead. Is in 1 day. You need to hear something? Fair. The Gondola Luvar is 2 days, and the Penuti Pain is 5 days. So, yeah, this is the downside to catching up most of the way. Is that you hit roadblocks where you have literally nothing to do for days at a time. Alright, work being a pain in the ass, Beta, I'm assuming. Yeah? Yeah. You're right, Brady. Oh shit. No! Okay, well, let's see. We have a... Okay, there goes the... They got a nice thingy. A nice portrait. Alright. People are dumb, they are. I agree. They can be. Thankfully, not all of them are. Unfortunately, a lot of them are. Would you all like to be? Well, yeah, if you fucking go ham on one in particular. Why are mentors? ¿Por qué are mentors? It's okay. Unfortunately, that just means Freddy's doing work. But yeah, I don't know how long the Easter event lasts in Phasmo, but I'm assuming it'll be up for a little while. So that should be fun. I'm not sure what the reward. I'm assuming the reward's gonna be exactly the same as before, where we have to, where we'll just, you know, collect a reward at the end of the thingy, and hopefully they've learned their lesson, and everybody gets it regardless, and don't have to worry about it too much. Earthquake! Oh, I got nothing for this. Unfortunate. Should be okay right there. My rocks are okay, thankfully. Oh, well, I mean, I still don't have anything for that. Apparently I used my shield a little bit too early. That's fine. Not the end of the world. My rocks are still intact. Love that for me. Uh-oh. I lost one of my rocks. What am I to do without it? That doesn't destroy my rocks. I still don't know if actually if the players destroy them with their lightning or it's just randomized and which ones it blows up. See, I didn't hit that at all with my lightning. And yet here we are. I'm sure somebody has figured out whether it actually does anything or not. Alright, let's see. But at least we'll get the new dungeon, which means we'll have a new dungeon for the expert roulette. So that's a very minor yay. Ahead of all this. But yeah, it's gonna suck only getting one, maybe two things in the patch. Instead of the content I actually want. But what can we do? This is what they've been on for the last 2 years in regards to their content. So we can. Yeah, that's great. Yay. Uh-oh. But yeah, I mean, like, I think ultimately it is going to mean I'm going to have to switch up games a little bit until, you know, midsummer, mid-June. Granted, it isn't too far away. It's only a month and a half away. Till June, by the way. So that's fine, which is why I already intended to change up Thursdays, but we'll see. Might just cut off Tuesday streams and not bother with it and just do maybe a Thursday stream. Because I do like doing the day streams, but yeah, we'll see. We'll play it by ear. Oh. Let me change this to dinner from 14 will help out a little bit. Gotta get behind it. Yep, there we go. Alright, here we go. Do I get to stay in the middle? I do get to stay in the middle the entire time. Still got to shuffle because of the AoEs. Oh, gotta go this way. Oh, gotta go this way. There we go. There is a pattern that's very tank friendly as long as you stay in the middle. I got baited on the baby leash. I didn't miss you at all. I used the other skill. I meant to cover you instead. Yay! Free turn-ins. The gear from here actually looks very good as well, if you haven't seen it beta. Some of the pieces are particularly nice. As far as if you like jet black dyed gear for free, I got plenty of time on mine. I got him a frame thing. I did play with the idea of actually streaming my leveling in World of Warcraft. That's certainly an option. but I don't know how much people want to watch that either. It is literally just flying from zone to zone. Am I muted now? This pull tends to suck. It's not a fun pull as far as dungeon pulls go, but it's just because of the AoEs here. As you can see, they're just going to cover the platform with the same big ass AoE over and over and over again. I know Brady just isn't it, but I feel bad, so I just go back and forth. I've actually never seen any gameplay from WoW at all. It's not bad. It's weird in that it plays differently. First of all, it's a bit faster paced. Also, I kind of have a kind of a really moment with the current expansion, because although it's done very well, the initial part is just they rehash a bit from 2007 that was only available to one race. Not one race. It was the Blood Elf starter area. They took all that and they essentially expanded upon it. So it's like, okay, this sure is a whole ass expansion dedicated to. So far, there's other zones, there's other places to go, other things to do eventually. But it being the oh, there's gonna be tiny. No, nothing here. Eat one instead of three. But I can show some. That's for sure. It's currently up on the other another tab. It's faster. I wouldn't say it's a lot faster than 14, but it is faster in some ways. It's okay. I wouldn't call it. I know some people will hail it as being, oh, the combat is significantly better. It's not. It's different for sure. But I wouldn't call it better than what 14 does. Art style is certainly an art style. It's not what I would call bad. It's just very different. Some of the game looks very, very archaic, like it's still back in 2007 or 2009 for the Burning Crusade 3-button rotations. It's a lot. It's a little bit more than 3 for sure now. It depends on the class, obviously. Some of the classes are 5-button rotations. Not as mage. No, mage and like warlock are definitely, depending on your spec. Not often marked. Paladin is like 5 buttons. But again, that's not necessarily a bad thing. I don't want 20-button rotations, please. I don't need Summoner from Heaven's Ward and Stormblood, please. Please remember what that was like. Fire, never anything else other than fire. Yeah, I mean, like I said, but I enjoy it, but also I think the problem ultimately that I have with World of Warcraft is a very simple one. The play loop at the end is not fun for me. You level up, you go through the process. They stole, borrowed, whatever you want to call it, fates from 14. World Quest is what they're called. They didn't have those before 14 pushed World of Warcraft into its current era. But your drops from those are based on your eye level. So the higher your eye level, the better the drops get. There's certain tiers, points where you get, it bumps up, whatever. Anyway, you get to the cap, you finish the expansion. Let me check my fish real quick. What time is this? We have 24 minutes. We can do a dungeon in 24 minutes. The other roulette is level cap. But okay, you finish it, you unlock the world quest, you unlock adventure mode, which means your alts. So again, you want to play a class, you need to roll that class. You don't get one character. You have to have multiple characters to play the different classes. They made a thing called war bands, where your account now gets credit for like factions and whatnot, which is a smart move. But it's still, I prefer one character does everything over their model of what they're doing there. Anyway, you get to the cap, you do normal dungeons, you get gear, you do normal dungeons to get all the gear you need. You mix in world quest to get gear from that as well to bump up your eye level, and then after you do world dungeons and world quest, you bump up to heroic dungeons, and you can do delves now apparently as well. And then after you get normal dungeons done, in heroic dungeons, then you go on to mythic, I believe, and LFR, and then kick you out, nerd. Drop from the group, nerd. You couldn't leave? That sucks. Mythic Plus can kiss your butt, yeah. So then you do mythic dungeons, and then from there you can do normal raid modes, and then mythic raids, and so that loop. And then you can do factions. Those factions, well, each faction has its own set of gear. Some of it's for you, some of it is not for you. And then you progress with that. I just like being able to craft a raid entry level set of gear when a new tier drops. And then give me content to do with that, right? Instead of the chase for gear being the content. I feel like just having an entry level raid set that's crafted, that you make it then and there, and obviously that does require effort and work as a crafter, it feels like it respects my time more than the current other system. Hello April, how's it going, April? Are you feeling any better? I hope you are. Hopefully the pain has subsided a fair bit. So being on the loop to get a set of gear which has randomized stats, to get a set of gear that has randomized stats, to get a set of gear that has a bunch of randomized stats, and ideally getting something that fits your particular spec and your class, it's not fun. I enjoyed the leveling up process. The story so far is okay. It's pretty obvious where things are going and what's happening and what they're doing with their writing, but that's just World of Warcraft. But the loop is not fun for me. At one point it was okay. But not anymore. I still enjoy the game. There's aspects of it that I enjoy. The collection certainly is a fun aspect of it, going out into raids, dungeons and all that, and collecting sets of gear. But I'll show you here the difference between... I know people make fun of like Kona's 2-pixel chest piece, but some of the gear in WoW, it's just, I don't know. I can't go back to that glamour, those kinds of,
bid farewell.
the way those characters
Princess
look
Fiend is here.
compared to what 14 offers. The aesthetic is just...
Foreign entities detected. Proceeding with removal.
But that's good, April. Hopefully that means you can actually get back to Pokephobia and playing your Pokemon. Mimi has started building roads everywhere. Obviously no spoilers. But Mimi is building roads and she can't be stopped. There are roads in the sky. There are roads connecting everything. She's very happy with her build though. I still play Pacopia? Gotcha. Oh, you have to make a PC for that after all. I forgot. I tend to attach all my consoles to my capture card and then just play off of my PC. Has she built a highway to hell? She did. I mean, it depends. Everyone's hell is different from each other's. So, for Mimi, no. For me, potentially.
Your smile means
You know what
all
you're
is
doing?
right with the world.
She found this very pretty
If I smile,
opalescent
it is because
block,
you all smile for me.
and she's adorning her roads with those particular blocks and looks, because she just likes it a lot. I watched Miss Flick play WoW, and it's just a jumbled mess of blocky effects. Yeah, so that's one thing that I really like about 14. It's precise. You can see what it all is. You can see how it's working, what it's doing, and it works well. And it's a lot more broader in WoW. They've gotten better at it. I don't know if that, I mean, they're very clearly playing 14 and seeing what 14 is doing. Iggy, it's starting. You can literally see the differences between in raids and everything else as to how stuff looks and plays and feels and blah blah blah. But you're not wrong. You believe have those scattered throughout? Yeah. So she actually tore down a second mountain. She tore down one mountain to begin with, April, because she needed to get through it to something else. So she's like, okay, how much do I need a mountain right here? It turns out the answer is not at all. So she tore it down and she built through it to get to other areas. And there's other stuff. I don't know how deep you are into the game, so I don't want to spoil anything for you. But she's making deep progress into terraforming everything the way she wants it. Hola, bae. But yeah, it's too, for me in particular, it's kind of, listen, I run everything on Ultra now, but I just couldn't see how the AoEs were expanding, what it meant, and that was just an LFR. I can't even imagine what it was like on like other modes. But again, they've gotten better because 14 pushed them. Everybody's seen what the world first races are like and what the rating is like in 14. And I think that's a good thing. I think it's a good thing that they pushed WoW to get better at how they do their dungeons, their raids, all that stuff. But it's still, you can't escape that art style, right? You can't escape the design. I don't know why I ran to Narnia over here for no fucking reason. What's going on, Varsity? Buenos dias. Good morning. Hello. But there's an aspect to it that's a lot of fun. And that's mostly being out in the world, leveling, and being out there. But once you get past that layer and you get into the system, it's like, no, hombre, no thank you. The Weird Games Workshop Disney design, yeah, and again, it can be beautiful. Like, it can actually be absolutely stunning in certain zones. The newer zones definitely look a lot better. Like I said, the new expansion is literally just the Blood Elf zone redone and open up to everybody. That way, it wasn't just limited to, you know, the Horde. Why am I being pinged in the mod Discord? Is there another bot again? Uh-oh. Almost ate that one. Oh, ate that one. sometimes it's just like, good lord, nope, it's gonna die. Nailed it.
You
we're with the
are
Wonka
my
style
people,
golden tickets. Let's
and
see what.
I will protect you.
They changed the meet and greet stuff by the way, Solo. It's an email lottery, and that's fair. Same system, right? Obviously, something physical tends to feel nicer over
Painful
the
memories
thing
of
because you don't know
war.
how it's
I
randomized.
lay to
But
rest.
Foreign entities detected. Proceeding with removal.
oh my god. Let's see. The moldy cow has finished her stream. Now she rests. What do you mean the moldy cow? What the fuck? What moldy cow are we talking about? But yeah, the game can be stunning, but then the graphics and some of the armor pieces just look like it's like you can only polish it so much, right? You can only make the game look improved and better so much before you're still just playing with the same damn textures that have been there since 2004. And I feel like the style of this game in particular lends itself more so to being updated. Like the HD update did a lot of good. Like straight up made this game look even better because it is an old game. I see Christmas Rimworld last night. It's true, you did. Wolfie was just minding his own business, and then boom, heart attack. Wolfie just out here trying to live his life. He actually died from a heart attack, so I can't believe you're wishing death upon an innocent pawn, Varsity. That's not very hero-like. That high-level dungeon where the melee DPS must have come from being a tank. Oh well, rip to them. Oh no! oh no! But I mean, that's fine. So, do the people who are gonna get a meet and greet already know that they're gonna get a meet and greet, Varsity, or is that gonna be dealt with later on? Those are the characters that look weird, especially during in cutscenes with the jankled animations. Yeah. And also, I think another thing is that they updated the models, and a lot of the models, I don't like them. I don't like the way humans look anymore. I don't like the way night elves look anymore. They did something very weird to the night elf mouth that just feels really weird. So you then have the thing, and you should be mentioning this when we're doing the HD update to this game. Sometimes you'll see like the brand new model just came out with expansion, brand new race, the Haranir or whatever, and then you put them in the old gear, and you have them. They're wearing, they're shiny and new and clearly updated, but the gear they're wearing is, even though it's been, you know, textured and updated and all that, just looks, it's very jarring going from one to the next. The deadline is Sunday, gotcha. I mean, the argument is gonna do a Q&A because last time there was no Q&A, right? I think. At least they're going to be doing that with weird questions for Yoshi P. I don't know what that means. Also, they did announce who the people are that they're going to be having on for... Oh, I got blasted. For the quiz show that they're doing, it is going to be Curious Joy, an ambassador. It's gonna be Crystal. It's gonna be Jesse Cox and Mr. Happy. So you know, pretty good choices. Jesse is always a hoot and a half, so excited to see him up there on stage. I don't have a lot of experience with Crystal. I know I've seen her around. Obviously, she's been a part of the community for a very long time. And obviously, Hap's been around for a long time as well. She's machinist. Please don't run to the front where I need to be. Same as confirming you won, or the Friday after, I think. Gotcha. I have comments on their lineup, but none I should voice here. No, I mean, I get it. I understand.
You will all live on.
And
at the last.
It's okay. I don't know that Joy is big in the 14 community. I know she's an ambassador, but obviously I don't consume her content, so I don't know. I know her and like Midna used to stream together and stuff. That's the extent of my knowledge about Joy. I don't know if Crystal's been 14 a lot lately. But, I mean, who are they going to get? The other random assholes that are just toxic as shit? No. So, those are safe choices of people that are still prominent in Twitch and are names that people can recognize at the very least. It's fine. It's, you know. Jesse Cox is definitely a good pick. You can't really think of who else would have been up there that's, you know, big enough of a name. Pero dime los chismes in DM, Ziggy, because now I want to know.
They prepared the queen. We can't give up. Not until
Supply pool of content creators is kind of rough. Well, no, there's plenty of very good content creators. This conversation's going on. It's just how many content creators, you know, that have the big numbers, right? Or at least are in triple digits. There's certainly plenty of them out there. I don't know if Minna's done a lot lately, but Minna's a decent human being by all accounts. They could have secured the premier bald, not toxic streamer. I mean, they just have to not look at numbers, and there's plenty of creators out there that are engaging, entertaining, and not just terrible people. It's just you have to look beyond that, and they could have used it as an opportunity to maybe expose the community itself to other creators, but instead they chose to go with a safe bet, right? All four of those creators, you know, are safe bets. Which isn't, by the way, that's not said as a negative or to put down those creators, but they are essentially safe bets in regards to what you're going to get out of them. And again, Jesse's great. Jesse's going to carry that entire thing.
Attempting removal via incision.
And then hopefully the other 3 creators can add or contribute something to that. But I was surprised because it's all going to be hosted by Aya and I forget the other community member's name. But it would also require the community team to look beyond that, right? Any community team. And so that begs the question of, are they looking past, or are they just looking at numbers and that's all that matters? Which, I mean, the answer's there, right? I don't think FanFest is gonna struggle for for the numbers. So I don't think it necessarily has to be let's get as many people as possible that as many people know, because it's still not going to change a lot of that. So it could have been used as an opportunity to branch out and maybe put the spotlight on other creators. And I'm not saying me, by the way. I do it, but I'm not saying myself. But they could use it as an opportunity to branch out. But that would require the NA community team to look beyond the usual suspects that are always there. And it should be there, by all rights. They put in the time and effort and obviously have the numbers for it, but
Energy accumulation complete. Initiating final attack protocol.
but it's fine. It's whatever. You hate work? I'm sorry, Beta. But considering the current dialogue around 14 that there are no good content creators that are good people, it's just like there are good creators out there that are just decent, honest folks that aren't, you know, farming negativity. But it requires the base of the community itself to go out there and, you know, give that streamer a chance, give that creator a chance, instead of just going back to the same people over and over and over again. Then it just stagnates, and then you're stuck with what we have right now. I can think of one pass. I was set on fire in front of said person, but I shall refrain. I don't know what that means. No, I got hit again. Oh well. We did it. My fish need me. Right. 2 minutes. Just in time. What's going on, Krister? Yeah, I mean, yeah, no, I mean, that's the point I was alluding to. I don't know. Again, they're safe choices. I don't know. I know Joy used to stream 14. I don't know what she does now. Doesn't, you know. But she is an ambassador on Twitch and all that, so. But, yeah, I mean, that's on the community team. I don't think it's on the creators at all. The community team makes decisions. Just got back from dinner. Nice. Hopefully it was a very good dinner. And they played it safe instead of going out there. And to be fair, like, how much time do the community team have to go out there and deal with it, considering Square Enix fired the content creator relations person when they went through and fired a bunch of people in NA and EU. So do they even have the time for that amongst all their other jobs? I think you're the only streamer I consistently watch playing 14 at this point. Yeah, I mean, they could have gone other routes. Like, they could have gone maybe, you know, I'm not a fan because last time I watched her, she seemed like she was really genuinely hating the entire journey of it. But Girl DM's an option. She streams 14. But like most big creators, it's only when there's content here to be had, right? But like, that could have been somewhere where they bring in somebody who isn't one of the usuals or stuff. Like, Alphys VA streams the game when not performing in theater. Yeah, that would have been a good choice. That would have been fun. They could have, again, they had an opportunity and they just went with what they knew. Whoever they is, don't know. But also, I will be streaming. Why am I being pinged in the mod Discord? What happened here? Let me see. I'm assuming somebody already got it. Alright. Yeah, somebody got it already. Alright, let's go. We only have less than 90 seconds. Once we lure Ben Starr into chat with Final Fantasy 8, we can get him to put in a good word with you. I mean, Ben Starr would put in a good word. You know, as the mouth of Final Fantasy, as long as you pay him, he might put in a good word for us. But that's not saying that I need to be there. Obviously, I average like 35 to 40 viewers. Not today. At best. So I'm not even on their radar. So we're just going to see the same 6 creators that they always do. Well, -1 now. Oh! No! My fish! That's what I get for talking shit! That's what I get for cackling. Yoshi was like, alright, you want to talk shit? Here you go. You're planning on furrows? Let's get it. Let's get Ben. Let's get Ben Starr up in there. You got your first big fish today. Very nice. Kuno the Killer. Very nice. Congratulations. So it begins. Last cast. I have to be there? Oh, you mean at 14? I was talking about... Never mind. 25 more to finish the first quest. And it's a progress, but you'll get there. No fish. That's it. That's the window. Try again in 10 hours. So I got no more fish there. Word in the 7 hues in 44 minutes. So that's not happening. I mean, we could set it up, but then we're going to sit here for 44 minutes with not much to do. Let's go turn this in. I finished Frontlines Series Pass on 4 characters, so that's good. Done with that. Managed to actually sell, disenchant, or discard it. Do you have to catch them, or can I give you some of my big fish and then you can just use those? These are all certified big fish that are tradable. The Gambler, Hook Stealer, Rising Dragon. Oh, hey, that did count for the Mogpendium. Neat. I still need to catch them for the achievement. I believe, yes, achievements have to be caught. But that being said, I might peek in on it. I am going to be co-streaming a lot of FanFest, at least the opening ceremonies, the PLL, and all that sort of stuff. But I'm not sure I want to stream that part with other content creators. Just not my vibe, not my jam. So, not sure about that. But the other stuff will co-stream. It'll be fun. That's gonna be a long day of streaming. Probably gonna have to order dinner the night before just so we can feed Mimi. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, we can try and set up Warden, I suppose, if we're gonna be doing big fish. I guess I should get my Zervin out of the way. For the... Anybody else need Zervin for the Mogtome Weekly? It's right there. I don't even remember how to do Zervin no more. I don't know what made them decide no on Saturday. I mean, I think it's just timing. they don't have a lot to say as it is, right? So I think somebody said, I forget who it was, somebody said there might be information that they want to reveal before it gets spoiled and all that sort of stuff. So because of the timing of FanFest, because of the timing of everything else, it's like they got to get the live letter out there before that. But I don't really know what would be in there to begin with that would do that. So we get the live letter on the 17th. They told us that already. It's already been scheduled and all that. But I don't know. I mean, we're still having a pseudo live letter, right? I think it's just going to be the focus on... The other thing I guess I think is that they wanted to focus the live letter being about 7.5 and then FanFest being about the expansion itself. Just so that there's a defined split between the two. But I don't know. Maybe there's a reason there that we won't find out about until after the fact. Meet Flynn earlier. Who are you watching? Flynn. Solo, duh. You're usually not home to watch him. For day streams? Yeah. You be out there working, Nami. Getting that cash. Oh god, 169. Sure. My husbando looking out for me. I appreciate that. So yeah, we'll play it by ear in regards to what we do, but I don't think they announced much else about FanFest. I don't think there's a lot there other than the schedule and who's going to be there and all that. And I don't think Jesse alone is enough to get me to tune into that program. It's one thing to be funny in your own stream, engaging and entertaining. It's another thing to actually do it up there on stage in front of thousands of people. So we'll see. But I don't think that's for me. I gotta be honest. Alright, what do we have here? Trials. Heaven's Ward. Gross. Do I even need to do this? I don't really, but I mean, fuck it, it's 20 tomes. Be excited for everyone going, even if it's being held less than an hour away from where you used to live. Yeah, same. Same. I wish, you know, traveling wasn't dangerous going to the States if you're brown and foreign. That way I could have gone. I would have been there. It's convenient for you, what you love, but I would have preferred you lot being here for the event too. Yeah, no, I mean, those kind of things are usually it's just because you're too brown and beautiful, you know? I think you're right. I think you might be on something, Nami. We're too beautiful and brown, and it's just, you know. Right, I think I'm good there. It would have been cool to say hi to Nami if she had chosen to go to. I mean, it would have been one of those things where we would have just showed up, not into FanFest, but just hung out outside of it. Because I can tell you right now, even if, you know, traveling into Los Angeles wasn't fucking terrible, I wouldn't have paid for FanFest tickets. I wouldn't have paid for it. I'm not paying $300 for what they give you. Yeah, it's in Anaheim Bay. For what they give you. But I would have gone there and hung out outside. Me and Nami doing shots outside of Disneyland. Let's go. Shots of water because you need to hydrate. That's like a 3-hour train ride. It's like a 9-hour flight for me. But yeah, it's a thing. It would have been neat to meet everybody there. I would have liked to have spent more time with obviously Nami, Flynn, and Iggy. We didn't get anywhere near enough time last time, which sucks because that was a highlight. Had a good time. It was fun. We got to hug, we got to talk, we got to hang out. I got our husband's potato balls. Photographic proof that sits on your desk at work and on your wall at home. Yeah. Sir, you cannot just discuss your husband, our husbando's potato balls. Mm-hmm. I do know that name. Supposedly they had blocks set up with the hotels nearby, but I don't know prices. They did have entire hotels, partners and all that set up for them. But I mean, you know, is it priced any cheaper? Who can say? Yeah, even with the box upwards of $200 a night. Yeah, no. The key there is consolidating things with friends. It's expensive, obviously. If you got it like that, love that for you. I'm glad you got it like that. I sure don't. But yeah. Okay. The whatever pings from mod Discord were handled. Oh shit, is that Little Caesars that Ashley got? I know that bag of bread over there. Jalapeno, wait, Little Caesars, they don't sell that here. Jalapeno pizza? I want Little Caesars jalapeno. I'm going to put jalapenos. Alright, I'm making a jalapeno pizza. We're doing it. Bag of bread? How do you know that name? I was there when the yeast was cast. I mean, last time I had that hotel discount, I enjoyed paying $35 a night for 2 days. That must be nice and free to last. Yeah, what would you be paying now, Varsity? It's pretty expensive. I can imagine, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. Hear me out. If you're from Southern California, or at least that region in general, you know how to get around, right? You don't have to be at the venue. There's something to be said for being at walking distance from the venue and all that. But LA has pretty solid, I know people are going to complain about it, it has pretty great public transit. It's got buses that go to and fro from that location. So it's easy enough to get in a hotel half a mile out. You're still in Anaheim. It's not a dangerous city. Now, Buena Park. But you can get a much cheaper hotel, maybe half the cost, without being in the tourist trap bubble. And all those fires to keep you warm. Well, thankfully the fires, Arcsane are, well, not thankfully, but they're in a different area of Southern California. And as I understand it, Arcsane, the fires don't actually go down towards Anaheim because Orange County is too bougie for the fires. Those stay in LA County proper, not down to the hoity-toity land of Orange County. I love me, Toady. Thank you for the raid. Well, come on in, homie. How was the RuneScaping going? But good looking out, man. Thank you for that raid. Thank you for bringing your friends on over. Come on, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed yourselves going way back to the past with Nitori for some RuneScape action. Plus, Anaheim Garden Grove has bus system. Yes. Yes. So the real move, obviously, and again, relatively safe part of Southern California. You're not in Central Los Angeles. You're not in the barrio where I grew up. You're not going to be there around the remnants of a fire from the riots from 30 years ago. Just look at my... Oh, no, the baguette's so sad. Look at it. Raven, I'd like to apologize for my limp baguette. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Here, let me put it back. Where Southern Nami were raised? Yeah, like I was raised right in the middle, right in Central Los Angeles. Rampart Division, because where I grew up, you went by which police station apparently ran your block. Okay, I wouldn't expect you to have a stiff baguette for you. Listen. Also, just get to your room by 10 p.m. if you want to avoid drunk weirdos. Yeah. There's it's easy enough. Whereas in Vegas, you have drunk weirdos going all the time, always, anyway. So, if you've been to previous fan fests, that won't be too much of an issue. But Anaheim, very safe. Are there areas that are bad spots? Of course, every city has them. But easy enough to get around. You're not in East Los, which is again maybe not as safe in certain parts, but other parts are fine. I mean, there's Continental Drift since you grew up, so that tracks. You're right. There has been Pangea hasn't existed for a very long time, so there is that to consider. Arxane, you are correct. Keep your barrio blazes. You're not wrong. You're trying to clean up Buena Park. The mall looks like you won't get robbed there anymore. I'm glad. But yeah, there's the point being, there's plenty of options to be had for FanFest. You don't have to pay the egregious amounts of money you'll have to pay for a hotel at the convention center. By the way, the Anaheim Convention Center, very nice. Well, granted, last time I was there was in the mid-90s to watch a figure skating exhibition. But good arena overall, safe location. There's a reason why Blizzard holds BlizzCon there every year. Alright, let's get set up for Warden of Seven Hues. This queue isn't popping. And I don't really need the tomes anyway. I've got 5 minutes. Let's get some stacks. And try for Warden of the Seven Hues. So nice. I was there in 2013. I think it was for BlizzCon. Yeah, it's Anaheim. It's like Anaheim and Buena Park are like the buffer between LA County and leading into Orange County. And they definitely there's Santa Ana as well, which you don't want to go into unless that's been what's it called, gentrified as well. But you should be okay there in Anaheim. It's relatively safe. It's meant for that, for the tourism. The influence of Disney obviously keeps the city patrolled and as safe as it can. But should be a good safe time. And again, you don't have to be right there. Because also, it's a fucking mess with how many people are concentrated in that one area because of Disney and all that. Santa Ana was still a shithole when I used to bike through it in college. Yep. Mira, the best hamburger I ever had in my life was in Santa Ana. Right off the 5. There's like a mile down. There's a restaurant. It's still there. It's called El Comedor. Best burger and fries I've ever had in my entire life. Might have been because we were poor and it was a treat that I hadn't had in forever. But I never stopped to get anything there. I just wanted to get past it. No, that's absolutely fair. That's so fair. So Santa Ana, don't go there. There's nothing there for you. There's nothing there's possibly. Are there things? Yes. Do you want to be there? Probably not. So don't go to Santa Ana. Anaheim proper, that's fine. You can go to Knott's Berry Farm in Buena Park. It'll be safe enough because of the giant theme park. And don't be afraid to go into with a little bit of research downtown LA to see things there. There's museums there. You have to be specific with your travel because, like, with the place where we met up with Nami and Iggy and Flynn, we met up at the USC Rose Garden. Is this gonna be a thing for me, by the way? Do I just meet people at the Rose Gardens? Because I might be meeting up with Fevered at the Rose Garden this Sunday, Monday. So apparently I just meet people at Rose Gardens as a thing for first time meetups. But not exactly. USC is not situated in a relatively safe place. It's backed up right up against the starter area of South Central LA, which I lived in South Central for a year or two. Wouldn't recommend it. But garden meetups, best meetups, yeah, everything should start blooming. Maybe, hopefully, we'll see. I still need to hit you up because I think those are changing plans. But let's see. I walked through Los Angeles a bunch and rented a car to go visit an arcade. Depends on what part of Los Angeles. Some parts are very safe, but like I said, you have to be specific on where you're going. Because you weren't walking down the block to Los Angeles where I was, Krister. I don't think you were walking down Pico Street. Walk from the Grove to Hollywood Boulevard. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Wait, whatever part is on fire that week, it's true. Downtown LA depends on what part. Obviously, you don't want to go towards. You got to be careful when you're trying to get from central downtown LA to like Little Tokyo. Bunch of fucking weebs. I know where you're going. So there's a part there that, although it's not like super dangerous, I just wouldn't recommend being there if you don't have to be there. All right, Indigo Prison Fish here in 30 seconds. We're gonna walk at night. No. But there's an egg slut in downtown LA you can visit. Who doesn't want to go to Egg Slut? That is my one regret. I did not take Psyche to Egg Slut, which would have been fantastic to go to, just for the photo ops and some eggs. Next time, maybe. You missed biking down Huntington Beach. That must have been nice. That is like the quintessential Southern California thing right there. All right, let's see. We need 2 exclamation marks into 1 exclamation mark. It's got to be purple into blue. But yeah, no, a little bit of research in advance will make your trip there really, really good. A lot of very good museums. I think the shuttle isn't currently available at the museums. Don't know when that's going to be back, but the USC right there at the Rose Gardens and all that has a bunch of very good museums. LA itself has a lot of very interesting things too. That's what we needed. A lot of very interesting sites to go see for many different cultures. It's one of the things I like about LA a lot. Is how varied the culture is. You can see just completely worlds apart. Nice, that's what we wanted. With just one train right away. All right, that's that one done. Why are you... Okay, I was say, who the fuck is fishing right next to me? Hi, Gio. Have a wee excursion to Little Tokyo? Yeah. I dig the new glam. I see what raid you've been to. Oh, you got your green gwibber too. Congrats. Very nice. Putting in that work. Good job. The thing I'm curious about is what people will do at night after convention. It's not like Vegas where a shit ton of stuff open late. It's true. It's true. I mean, I would assume I would assume small gatherings elsewhere. Going out and getting dinner together, hanging out at hotel rooms at Airbnbs. They can stay out till 2, then they get their asses kicked out. Yeah, I mean, there's obviously, you don't have the nightlife of a Vegas, but I would question, what were you doing in Vegas at like midnight anyway? We were already back at our Airbnb, ready to tucked in for the night, ready to go, because FanFest required you being up early. I was at a hotel in place 14 and prep for 7.5. God, I hope not. Like, of all the things to do, not that. I mean, if you want, I suppose, whatever's fun. But I can't speak to specifics of places to go and do without doing research, and I didn't bother doing research because I'm not going, unfortunately. Womp womp. Womp womp. 20 minutes until the warden becomes available, so the firelight golden fish comes up in 8 minutes. I'm letting my GP gather to full, and then I'll do some fish eyes and try and catch some dudes here in advance. We're enjoying the driest hamburger ever made at the hotel Zaris and Company we're staying at. Yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying, right? It doesn't really matter that there isn't this massive go-to joint to go to, because you can find a local joint there. I'm sure there's a mall nearby where you can hang out and have a dry burger if you wanted to, and just vibe together. I mean, ultimately, that's what I would do. I would just gather with the friends that want to gather up, meet up at a location, and just go until people call it. I rescheduled a bit, so I arrive in Berlin on Thursday and leave on Tuesday, in case there are any Friday or Monday meetups. And if there aren't, it's Berlin. I can find things to do. Exactly. The same thing with FanFest. There's things to do in Los Angeles, out in Orange County. The beaches are right there. And I'm sure that the beaches cater to... It's summer in Southern California. The beaches and the stuff around it will be open and available to you. Obviously, being on that side of things, down to the south, you miss out on the other attractions up to the north, like all the boardwalks. I don't think you want to walk around Santa Monica in the middle of the night, but there's stuff to do there as well. No idea about current Berlin, but last time I was there, there was it was a very lively night. Yeah, I mean, most big cities are. It was pre-pandemic, gotcha. Think you may take a half day the Friday after or something? Yeah. I mean, why not? Take the time to go see things. Have you seen the Del Taco, the big fat tacos? I saw the image. of the big fat tacos. The way they don't know the fact that's just happening soon? Maybe. Alright, we have all of our GP. Alright, we're gonna go Patience 2. High Cordial. Fish Eyes. Fish. We want to exclamation mark Firefish. It's been lively all times I've been there. And last time was in 2019. Yeah, I mean, a city like Berlin's always, again, if you're in the right spots for it, you're going to have plenty to do. I don't think you're going to suffer from a lack of activities in Los Angeles and Berlin. One of the things, no, I don't want you, Violet Prismfish. Go away. We already got you. One of the things that I really wanted to do, that obviously we didn't get a chance to do because we didn't have time there in LA, was the LA Zoo, which again is north of Los Angeles proper, downtown LA. Opens up at night to have a, I wouldn't say less than family friendly meetup deal, but it's lively now, but it's not at Vegas. I mean, what is though? What is at Vegas levels? And I mean, and again, what is it you're partaking in from Vegas at 2 a.m. besides being out there or trying to navigate around all the drunk people? And it wasn't very lively at night when I was there. Yeah, I mean, it is mostly residential outside of the one giant blob that is Disneyland. So, Varsity would know better than I would whether there's more stuff to do there now or not. I like it being in Anaheim, but San Diego would have been cool. I would have taken the train down. Yeah, San Diego would have been fantastic. Again, lots to do there. I don't know how San Diego is necessarily broken down the way LA is broken down, but San Diego, like LA, lot to go and see and around and do. Beaches, museums, stuff like that. Don't need you, Violet. San Diego has a really nice convention center too. Yes, lots of space. Yeah, not as big as LA's, but still nice. Yeah, I mean the LA Convention Center is obscene. The LA Convention Center is just gross with how big it is, but it's meant for really big, really big stuff. So it's understandable. Not that I'd be comfortable walking around San Diego right now, but you know. San Diego Zoo would be an adventure on its own. Yes, that was one of the things I wanted to do as well. If it had been in San Diego, I mean, 2020 was going to be in San Diego, right? 2020 was going to be in San Diego, and then obviously the pandemic happened, and then they canceled that. But that would have been pretty fucking awesome. I know Sim had already looked into a house to stay at. It was gonna be pretty group zoo trip, exactly. Which is the thing I would do in LA. Honestly, if we had gone, I would have taken people up north into LA and to the zoo, go to a Dodgers game. Probably not. That would ticket prices. Better than Long Beach, but if you could visit the Queen Mary and the aquarium there in Long Beach as well are also nice. We used to go to Long Beach for every 4th of July and have a carne asada right there. We would show up at like 6 in the morning, get a spot by one of the grills, and just cook breakfast, lunch, and dinner there, and then wait for the fireworks at night. The main problem is it's in Long Beach. I mean, certain parts of Long Beach are pretty bad. I'm not can't even begin to say otherwise. It's a free all the animals, right? Right, Var? Right? Alright, let's do this and this to get more stacks. I'd never been to the aquarium. The aquarium was built when I still lived in Southern California, but I never had the chance to go there. Would have been nice. Maybe pet a shark. But Maybe next time. Hopefully next FanFest in 2028 will be again in Los Angeles. And then we can drop on down and see the homies. If that's the case, I won't get to see Varsity and maybe Bay until I'm in my 50s. I'm gonna be 50 years old. No, I'll still be 49, I think, if it's held in the summer. It's really cool, but it's 50-60 bucks to go in. Yeah, I mean everything's expensive in LA. Youngster, not younger than you. Yes, youngster, not quite. I ain't no spring chicken anymore, Krister. My niece can attest to that. Also has a giant blue whale model hanging from the ceiling. Yeah. I researched all that stuff back in 2023 when we were going for things to do. Because I thought I could get us there in time, but we didn't have any time. We had next to no time in LA. I barely got to see my mom and my dad for like maybe half an hour. Though to be fair, I would have had more time with them if the people that I was renting the car from Turo hadn't fucked everything up. So that unfortunately cost me a lot of time with my parents. Assuming there's another NA FanFest, I mean, I would assume so. They still have they've held FanFest in 2013, before Heaven's Ward. They'll hold them for post any of this. Local Natural History Museum has a taxidermy blue whale. Ooh, that's gotta be neat. Nope, we need this particular red prism fish, which we're not getting. You go into it and sit down on some benches. That's super cool. And blue whales be massive. Alright, that's the fish that we need. Let's go. One exclamation mark, please. The California Science Center should be done by then, and the new Space Shuttle exhibit and aeronautics section completed. Nice. That'll be pretty rad. Nope, not what I need. Makeshift bait, go. Nowadays it's only open once a year, I think. I mean, I'd assume the foot traffic alone would not be great for a taxidermied blue whale, unfortunately. We have 9 minutes. We gotta catch one of these. Well, 3 of them. If you go Atlantic, you can actually see actual whale sharks. That'd be neat. I kind of feel bad for them. I feel like they would need way more space. Like the entire ocean. Nope. I'm going to visit the Battleship Iowa at some point. I've never been to the port of LA. Is that over in San Pedro? Or another part of the beaches of LA? They lifted the shuttle onto the rocket boosters and is sitting in launch position now. I think, that's so cool. Again, if the cars hadn't fucked everything up for us with Turo and all that, I probably would have dragged Iggy, and though April was on her last legs, I think, when we were there in LA. But I would have liked to have dragged everybody in to at least go see the space shuttle. It was right there. We were mere feet away from where they hold the space shuttle, so we could have seen that. That would have been super cool. The tank, I mean, I assume that the tank is much bigger, but kind of hard to compare to the ocean. It's a museum now, gotcha. Alright, that'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty neat. Yeah, one died, and the whale shark was rescued from a fish market, as I understand it. Yeah. Yeah, you told me before. Alright, this is the last cast under this makeshift bait. We can do another one here. We have 6 minutes left on this window. We can go into Desperate Hours and try and fishize it, but ideally we don't have to do that. Rip. Don't they also have like a fleet carrier museum thing in San Diego Bay? I think I recall looking that up in things to do in San Diego. But I mean, if you're in Anaheim, going to San Diego isn't too big of a deal. Can drive there in about 90 minutes. Take a train. I don't know how long the train takes, but easy enough to go from Anaheim to San Diego. Do a day trip there for the zoo and other activities. And then get back up in time. Once again, not what we need. So in Disney about the same thing, but in regards to manatees, and it's the difference between hunting their food and having it delivered. It's like any other animal, right? Is maybe there? Yeah, no idea. Yeah, they definitely. I remember seeing that they had something there along those lines. They do. I went on the ship, and it's nice unless you're tall. It's really like 2 to 3 hours. Gotcha. Imagine having a high-speed rail that could get you there and back in less time. Imagine. Makes a note to visit both ships before I kick the bucket. Yeah. You could do both in one day, honestly. But then you can't really take your time with either one. We went to Vegas. I'll believe it when it's built and it's running and everything else. I saw it'll take a couple of hours to go from LA to Vegas. How that hasn't been built even after all this time is beyond me. Well, I mean, I know why, because it doesn't make them enough money. And they'd rather make money off of flights and gas and not kill those little tourist towns. Fuck you, Barstow. Along the way. Yep, that went from LA to the Bay Area too, supposedly. Fuck, okay, come on. Fishy. Oh, I ran out of things, alright. Desperate Hours, let's go. We're dumping GP now. The window closes in less than 3 minutes. Well, in less than 4 minutes. So I can get this ideally out there. Fish, hola Rosa. We're talking Fan Fest and things to do in Berlin and Los Angeles. While I'm here fishing, people are at Fan Fest and I keep fishing. People are getting together in big groups and I still fish. I was back at work today and I already want to quit. Oof. I'm sorry, Rosa. I know it's rough. I don't know how rough it is because I don't know what that's like, but hopefully it eases up in its terribleness. Nope, I'm gonna miss this fish window. Alright, backup plan. What else is available? Stardust Sleeper in 37 minutes. Rhine Pike in 48 minutes. Food cacauda in 9 hours. I don't think I'm gonna get me my big fish. I gotta be honest. This is set up for the Warden of the Seven Hues. I need to catch a fire fishy, and that can then let me mooch into the firelight fishy. I'm about to ask this, but at least the work day is over. At least now you can vibe, hopefully, and just enjoy your eating. You know what, Rosa? You know which one fish is probably being, now that I've gotten the Il Meg one out the way. Your fish in particular in your zone, what? Has thwarted me. I've never seen it. It's the last fish I need in Elpis. And the fish don't mafish. I just need one. Alright, this closes in less than 2 minutes. Did I get it? No, never. I haven't even seen. It hasn't even bit for me. Alright, this needs to be 1 exclamation mark. What if I leveled fishing and went and got it before? You have 9 hours. The window opens in 9 hours. Which I'll be able to get, well, I'll be able to try. 1 exclamation mark. Fuck! Okay, we're gonna go into desperation mode. Makeshift bait. Oh, fishing, you just click the bobber. You know what bothers me so bad about that, Rosa? The bobber, when it doesn't land right in the middle of the fishing hole. I'm scared of fishing. Why does it have so many buttons? It's just for different things. You don't have to worry about it too much. You can just do 2 buttons. You don't have to go that hard on fishing. You can, but you don't have to. Also, this is, Rosa, did you know that I have not nearly the same, but somewhat equivalent obnoxious thing? I don't know if you know this factoid about me. Obviously, besides being a legacy player, I was the Malagos server first level 80 fisher back in Wrath. So you can trust me when I tell you that fishing isn't, oh my god, you're a legacy player? I'm a legacy player and a server first achievement getter. World of Warcraft used to do this thing whenever you were the first person on your server to achieve like a level 80 fisher or whatever. The entire zone, disgusting. The entire zone would see your achievement thingy that you just did that. I was there. I had like, I don't know, you used to be able to stack dailies from the fisher there in Stormwind. So and there was one daily in particular that would give you 2 points instead of 1. So I stacked my dailies and then we went in. That's not what I needed, by the way. That's a green fish. Don't need green fish yet. Not under fish eyes. Fish eyes, I need other fish. I remember the server first stuff, they got rid of it because people were so sweaty. Yes, they were. Yes, they were. But I got mine, and it's there in my feats of strength. It caused wars and complaints on the forums. Yes, I still remember there was this big hubbub because it was, I don't know, some fucking WoW YouTuber who had all his friends feed him monsters, and he just stayed like in the starter zone and was the first paladin to whatever the cap was. No, this is son of a bitch. Of course it does it. Oh no. I didn't have the GP to pull it in. That was it. That was the fish I needed to get the buff so I can actually try this. I was 8 GP short. We can still try here. It's just gotta go again. the smell. But it's not about melding, Mitori. It's about I'm over 1,000 GP. It's regenerating GP. How dare you? You remember that guy? Yeah, I remember that guy. And I think the worst part is that why people got so mad at him, Rosa, wasn't because he did that and because he got fed mobs by all his friends who would pull monsters, get them low, and then he'd get the kill shot, therefore he'd get the XP. It's just that he was such a smug bitch about it. It's like, yeah, I got to the cap and I got this. I'm the best raid paladin ever. It's like, my brother in Christ, you were literally fed mostly dead monsters for hours so that you could get that achievement. That's why Blizz did away with allowing you to kill critics. Yes, this one person killed 2 things that the game did. I remember the name, I just want to say it. One dumbass, just ruining it for everybody. But I get it. They want people to enjoy the game differently. And you know what? Yeah. And so they wanted them to, so they're like, no, you can't have nice things. This is why you can't have nice things. And then they took that away from them. Which, you know, fair. Fair. Alright, we almost have enough GP here. We're going to let the GP go all the way. Like that one paladin. Yup. You know what? No, I don't want to do this anymore. Let's go suffer at another hole. Why suffer at this hole when there's another hole I could suffer in? I might have missed it if you said it, but one finish for Warden of the Seven Hues. Real quick recap for the fishy aficionados. That's ARR Heaven's Ward Stormblood. That is Charbonnet and the Warden of the Seven Hues are the only 2 fish that I need from there. I am too short. As in the number 2. I'm 5'8" 3/4. I'm perfectly happy with my height. I'm not too short. This is Shadowbringers. I am too short here. This is Lancet, Fish, and Ealad. So there's that one right there. So I'm too short on that as well. And Walker is 7 short because the whale doesn't like me. Oh no, Tempest Music. So I'm 7 short there, but we're working towards that. I've neglected this for years. And Dawntrail, I'm 1 short. There's more than 24 available big fish in Dawntrail. We just don't have the achievement to 7.5 and 7.55. They will add more big fish in 7.5 and 7.55, so there's no real point. I mean, it'd be nice to get it, but it's not the end of the thing. Let me see if you get it right, Rosa. Yep, that's the piece of shit. What does it mean that one dumbass's name? We remember that. I hated him too. Universal opinion across the board. Across the board. We have the weather for this. I think I can. Yeah, it's time to fish eyes the more attack the. Wrong bait. I need the other things. So Lancet Fish is in 39 minutes. So all I have to do is catch 2 big fish in that time. One I can catch whenever. The other one has to be within the window of to line up with the Lancet Fish. Otherwise your fish's intuition goes away. We're gonna fish this up and then we're gonna slap it. But yes, there'll be more big fish in 0.5 and then more big fish in 7.55. If they follow the patterns from before. Let's go suffer in another hole. Sir, this is a Christian Minecraft server. It has never once been a Christian anything server. Minecraft? No, I've never seen Minecraft. It has been a server at one point or another, though. Hoodwinker! Ah, curse you! Get slapped, Hoodwinker. Get out of here. Oh, the worst Dawntrail fish has already been added. God, I hope so, Sandra, considering what we already have to deal with in regards to the heirloom gold grouper and some of this other bullshit. I hope so. Hopefully the other ones are just, you know what, I would take another Aelod in regards to 90 seconds to catch a fish, but not with the severe weather restrictions that Aelod has, because that sucks. That's not fun. Yeah, between the heirloom and the purse and what's up? There's another one that's terrible. The Datnioides, the Aeroplanos in Living Memory also sucks. We get 2 shots at that fish in 13 days total. If I get to ask Yoshi P a question, it's gonna be, Yoshi P, why does the person who designs fishing and big fish hate me personally? Like, what does that person have against me? What did I do that they are out to get me specifically? Because it feels personal. Here, look, Dawntrail fish, how bad they are. They're not bad. It's like any other era between Stormblood and Shadowbringers, in that there's 2 or 3 that are absolutely just horrible. And the rest of them are fine. It's just straight catch. Is 100% gonna be number of times you mentioned being a legacy player? Oh no! Were they not a legacy player and now they're mad at me? I mean, that's fair. They had to bring you down, it's true. There are many reasons for that, but that's just one of them as well. Alright, fish eyes, go. Is it possible to get the Mora Tecta twice in the 5 minutes, 10 minutes that you get? 5 minutes that you get between that and its window for the lancet fish? Yes. Do you want to depend on that? No. You mentioned you sunsetting 14 for a bit. Any plans to do what to do? I'm not going to sunset it. No, I'm going to just, Thursdays might be variable. If there's something else I want to play. But Sundays are still very much going to be 14. At least 2 streams a week will still be 14. This seems viable. Maybe. Potentially. Ah, baited. I was gonna say, I don't believe you. You're 14 is like my former WoW entrenchment. I do it. The real reason why I stream 14 during the day and on Sundays is because I get to play with Brady and friends. That's the reason why I stick to it. It's not for the numbers. It doesn't do as well. If I don't get rated by Psyche, my numbers are fucking terrible on Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's because most of my audience is NA, and therefore most people are at work or somewhere else. I do it because this is really the only chance that I get. And Sunday night has been a community night for us since 2017. I remember running Alliance raids on Sunday nights with Brady and anybody else that wanted to come along with us. So that's like a staple. It takes a lot for me to replace Sunday nights with anything other than Final Fantasy. Having fun again playing Division 2, but it's also been 6 years of quality of life and updates that would do it. Beta, that's how fishing works. It's true. You're not wrong. But no, I'm still enjoying this. I'm still enjoying my big fish tracker is now only 1 scroll wheel down in regards to how many big fish I've gotten. So it's more achievement hunting than anything else at this point. Just because I'm about to break into I'm number 30 for the server now for achievement points, which is, it doesn't mean anything. It's just something fun to track. And it's also goals I've wanted to do for a while, so almost there. We're getting there. By the time I finish this fish bullshit and a couple of other ones that aren't, I'm never going to be the person who goes on here and does shit like, where is it? this right here. I'm not gonna go and do floor 1 through 10 of Palace of the Dead thousands of times to get this achievement. Oh, fuck you, game. Okay, I got a more attack though. Now I have to sit here. You can't identical cast this. It's a big fish. Hello, more attack though, my nemesis. Like, I'm never gonna do this. I'm not that level of achievement hunter. I only do things that are reasonable and fun to me. I'm currently on floor 111 for this. If anybody wants to do Palace of the Dead, by the way, I know Smoosher mentioned wanting to do some potted. So then I should go do the maps for the Mog Tones. You finished mini Mog by accident. Nice. So got credit for it. I'm definitely not going to do this. I'm not going to get that spreadsheet out and do this nonsense, because that's terrible. And I'm definitely not doing that. But when it's easy stuff like, you know, near completion, I need to get to the end of the maps and I'll get, you know, 20 points. Yay! I need to get to the end of these maps. I get 10 points. Yay! I get to the end. Why are they all maps? This is Luckiest of Ladies. No, is this Luckiest of Ladies? I'm not sure, but I'm almost there on that one as well. Gotta do Zadnor one more time and I'll get 10 points there. That's easy enough to do, but then I gotta go in and do the Dalriata, which I don't remember how to do. Blue Mage spells. I've been 2 spells short for about 2 years. So as soon as they add Blue Mage in Dawntrail, when everybody's wanting to get spells, I can get... I'm missing more than 2. I'm missing whatever 86, 93 are. I got most of them all. And you don't even need 99% of these. So I'm missing 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm missing 6 of these. And these 4 over here are the ones you need to put out enough DPS to beat the last achievement for the Coliseum. You don't need them, but they help a hell of a lot, and it's less RNG focus when you got this going on. But yes, that would be nice to get that done, and then go big on the trail too. I mean, that's a new one there. Annals of War, the Annals. I need to finish the entries in my field record. So these are easy enough to do. It's stuff I want to go back to do anyway. It's just, you know, having to go back. Though I did start to go back into Eureka, which has been fun. I haven't been there in a couple of months since the patch dropped because we shifted what we were doing. What's it recommend? Some of our parts. I don't know what this is. Oh, this is what the game recommends. Hey, maybe you should work on this achievement here. Okay, yeah, let me get 990 more wins in Crystalline Conflict. Let me get right on that. Good times. What's Blessed Relief? I don't know what quest that is. The conventions are wild. They are. But yeah, no, I'm close to a lot of things. Stuff, role quests. Yeah, I need to do those. There isn't a ton of I don't even know what quest even is this. Pastures New. I know this is the Eka, whatever they're called in Heaven's Ward. But I don't know what this is. Did I miss a quest somewhere? Mine says get Demi Ozma. I am 3 levels in boss. That's pretty wild. What else am I needing here? Raids. This is never going to happen. I'm not going to do any ultimates, so these will be here evergreen and untouched. Of course, there's the Anabasis, which we're gonna do soon, I would think. Probably shortly after 7.5, we'll go through and do this, because I'll be in almost fully upgraded gear, which will be nice. Then of course there's the current raid series, which I haven't touched, Savage, because I don't have a Savage group. Hunts, easy enough, but this is time locked. I can only do so much. Well, I'm more 4,000 now, so you know, less than 1,000 to go. Woo! Doing work on this one, 325 to go for S rank slacker. Krister, I literally took over a decade off of hunts. If I had kept on hunting, I would be at over 10,000, 15,000 S ranks. I don't want to hear it. I had over 500 S ranks before ARR was over. That's what your sucker's true. It's true. This one also working. I'm getting closer. I'm only 216 away from getting the 1,000 there. So over 75% of the way done with Endwalker. And then there will be no hunting achievements to be gotten there. So that's fun. Now field operations, obviously I need to clear. I got my one clear of BA and that's it. This is no different than Oculin Crescent, just a matter of going back and remembering how those... I wish they would go back and remove all the goddamn skills you have to get via thingies. The class system for Oculin Crescent is superior in every way. I hated getting clusters for Bozia and Eureka just to get shit spells for the most part, and on occasion I would get one okay spell that I could use that's the spell to be used for my class, and I'm now paying hundreds of thousands just to get one more cluster to maybe get the spell I need to be decent at damage on a class. So that sucks, but that's easy enough to do. These are, I do need to look up how to cheese these, because these are now cheesable via new classes, new everything. The 3 duels in these zones. But again, that's studying fights, specific fights, and then going back in. I think Summoner Cheese is still king. Is there Pictomancer Cheese? Because Pictomancer Cheese would be nice. Summoner is not my jam. I don't enjoy it. So that's a thing to be done there. 30 easy achievement points, which would then give me 20 for that. Painted cheese, painted cheese. And then of course I have to do the castrum lactose intolerance, which I need to do anyway. So 40 more clears of this would probably give me enough items to get most of my relics done. I think it's like 5 per clear, isn't it? Also, Siege Liege is a nice title. It's funny. Not so much. I might as well just use Black Mage by then. Okay, that's fair then. Anybody want to go die 345 times in the Bozia areas? That's one of the things you have to do right away. Otherwise, you just miss out on it. It's a giant pain in the ass to do. Sometimes just for the free movement. You can. I would never put you through that, Rosa. Without trying? Alright, Rosa, let's go. As soon as you're able to, let's go into Bozia together. Get those naked bows. Naked Bozia. It sounds like a good time. Delibram Regine. I'm almost halfway there, so that's not too bad. Can you get to the area level 3? No, you need to unlock the... You get to get halfway through it, and then you unlock the other area, and then you go there. I believe it's quest level locked. Because you have to be certain level to do the quest to progress and all that. Delibram Regine Savage would be nice. I would like the Cerberus Horn. As I understand, it's not too difficult, but again, you're falling back on the whole. You need to have certain skills, which require you to have certain clusters, which requires you to just but if you farm all this, maybe you'll have enough to do this. And then you got here the Savage. How many times? 10 times. I mean, for 35 points, I do it. It's not too bad in regards to time required to do that. Could we call out carry at this point? I think so. They could back then for at least Delibram Regine Savage. The issue is, as always, with these things, they put in the bullshit system of penalizing you for dying and resurrections and all that sort of thing. I believe. I'm open to being corrected on that. Then, of course, there's 3 more duels to do, which again should be easier to do these days. You can also just go on Warrior and use, again, said clusters to get the Super Warrior damage skills and just heal yourself to stupid levels with that. It is much more generous? Yeah. It's not as bad as Eureka or Forked Tower, as I understand it. And then, of course, that gives you 20 more points there, so that's, again, another free 50 points. And then the bigger achievement for doing all that. And then, of course, there's this, the Dalriata, 50 times. Again, not bad. As you can screw up 3 times instead of once. Yeah. And then, of course, this is just by leveling up in there. You get things that you put points into for more power. It's a terrible version of what they did in Oculent Crescent, where they... by leveling up jobs, you get thingy power. Here you have to. It's a mess. And of course, another thing for Oculent Crescent, which is easy enough to do. That achievement will be done real fast once we get the second wing, sometime in the summer, sometime in July, or whenever they're gonna give us that. And then, of course, Wolfie refuses to carry me through the Forked Tower, so I can't get my mount yet. When it's September, it's some terrible time standard. I know that there's something in June, July, and then August, September. So either the moon is fucked or Oculent Crescent is fucked. Either way, it's terrible. Come to EU. What if we run those raids in Oceania, Wolfie, and then you can carry me? Forked Tower, I mean, it's one of those things, Christopher, you have to go in there and put in, watch the videos, there's guides for it, and get your, just by grinding it out, but obviously you have to go in there and grind it out. Ask your raid lead. 800 ping rate, let's go, let's fucking go. This, I'm halfway there, so that's not too bad. July for OC. God, that's so gross. Is the new moon in September? June for the moon, July for OC. Got it. I want that title, Queen Among Castaways, but 5,000 chests. I mean, when I go back in there and I start farming gold on my tank, that'll become easier. But that's a lot of chests. OC right before Berlin Fan Fest? I think so. Alright, we have 14 minutes until the Mora Tecto window opens. 19 minutes until Lancet Fish window opens. And I'm not kidding this. There's people on Behemoth specifically who... they have the Persistent Pal. Is it? No, it's not Persistent Pal. It's the Bunny title, Bunny Blessed, and I believe their little tidbit is that they spent 1 billion gil to get the title. Okay, that's a flex. But yes, plenty to do there. With that title, and I was like, oh, it's money. That's all it is. And I'll say that was before they were smart, because that was before they added the jewelry from chests and all the gold from chests. So they did it before, because now carrots, I'm assuming, are more expensive. especially with less people doing carrots. Well, doing OC. There's still people doing OC, but not as much. PvP, this is all just nonsense. This is terrible numbers. I'm stuck in the Mortal Flames until I get to 300. I'm 133, so, you know, I'll see you in about 4 years. This would be a 214 if Iggy hadn't stolen 4 of those Seal Rock Tomaliths from me. But now Iggy has set me back to this number instead of that number. I'll never Tomalith recover from this loss. And of course, just the other ones. Seal Rock wins. That's easy. That'll come in time. That'll come in time. Just because PvP is no big. Frontlines is no big deal for me. 16 wins in the new one, so that's not too bad for considering the fact that I haven't PvP'd on Harley in about 2 months. So that was just like the first month or so. I'm trying to get the other things for PvP, but I don't want to switch GCs and work for that all over again. Yeah, it should have been cumulative across the board, but it's not, and so, you know, great, love that. So we'll get that amount eventually, but that's not that big of a deal. And then of course 300 wins there, so we'll get there for that. Rival Wings, I still want this title. Wings of Steel, Wings of Fire? Wings of Fire. 1,000 wins. I'm at 20 wins. 980 wins to go for Wings of Fire. Oh, I can do it another 4 times too. Rightfully so, Poppy. Rightfully so. Yeah, I mean, they need to bring back the other mode. The fact that they took that other mode away from us and haven't given it back in like, how long, 6 years now? Where's our second gorge, Yoshi P? What was then? This is just mind-numbing. This is reps. You will get these just by doing it over and over and over and over and over again. But much like Overwatch, 5v5 just makes me irrationally angry. Because there's no listen, 24v24v24, it's whatever. Everybody's just got padded gloves and everybody's just slapping at each other. It's whatever. But 5v5 feels too intimate, too personal, and I take it too personally. I'll never be a mentor. I don't care. I could be. I qualify. I don't need that title, or it does. I've been jaded by too many bad mentors that are just bad at the game, or it's not even that they're bad at the game, it's the lack of I've been exposed to too many mentors who lack the courtesy worthy of the title of mentor, if that makes any sense. I know that there are plenty of good mentors, probably, maybe that's just like there's a possibility of parallel universes. The artist as far as and others, it is. You have to, especially since now we know how to work it, like looking out for the traps and all that, Sander. I'm a mentor since months back. I just can't do mentor roulette. Still need the last EX from Endwalker. Gotcha. Yeah, time per encounter. Okay, it's not too bad. Verizon essentially announced they're working on another game. Yes. It's not like a new game, but it's gonna be like same world, because I mean they've already got all those assets, right? So it's just smart for them to take those assets and build something adjacent. So that's not gonna happen. I mean, it'd be nice, but I'm not chasing those. 2,000. If you do 5 roulettes a day, how long would that take? At 2,000 roulettes. I don't know. I think this is getting your trust up to the cap. This is Endwalker. Also, the fish window's in 8 minutes, finally. And this is Dawntrail. So we'll get there eventually. And I need a Kaya to do this for me, because ain't no way I'm gathering 23,000 more times. 400 days? Yeah, I don't have that dog in me. Of course, the Blue Mage haunts me. I wonder if I could just pay in hard gil for folks to carry me through for those spells. I'm sure by the end of Dawntrail, gear will be so bonkers that I can just duo most of these and just, you know, make sure I'm alive for the very end of the mechanic and just get those. Sometimes like doing raids, like getting that one spell off the fucking train from that one Stormblood raid. And doing it just unsynced, which of course doesn't guarantee you the spell, but it's better than trying to get 8 people synced down to get me a spell. That's what you need from Carnival? Gotcha. It'd be free if we had the Dawntrail. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If we had the Dawntrail update, which we're not going to get. Gold Saucer is a beast unto its own. I have Zera's jockey guide for this, so I need to start doing those sooner rather than later. But yeah, items, there's not real much here. General, done. Currency. Oh, I'm actually pretty close to that. Nice. If I wasn't fucking doing battle leads, I'd be an honest skillionaire by now. Okay, that's fine. Mahjong, it's on the list, Christopher, to do. I have to do it. So that'll be fun to get. Desynthesis. This is my rarest achievement in the game. No, my rarest achievement in the game is for melding materia. This is this right here. I've melded over 10,000 materia. That's the rarest achievement I have. Relic weapons, all done. Zodiac weapons, all done. Anima weapons, all done. This is what I need to do more Palace of the Dead, by the way. This right here. Every 10 floors gets me 1 weapon. So this is 10 points per weapon. I don't know what an Inaratos weapon is. Is that that sounds elegant. Is that Eureka Orthos? That's how you help homies gear and meld. Yes. No. I did it because I like helping my friends. Elegant these, both of them, Wolfie. Damn, that's all indeed. So I need to get enough points to do that. I know Swisher was saying he wanted to do all deep dungeons soon, so I'll carry him through that. Eureka weapons, again, working on this. This isn't as hard. This is just grinding fates in Eureka zones. Resistance weapons, again, this is just literally being bottlenecked by castrum lactose intolerance. I've got everything else that I need for like 10 weapons. It's literally that one thing I need from the castrum lactose intolerance, so I need to do a bunch of that. If only it was, damn, you live there. Castrum lack something in, I forget what it's called. It's up here. Castrum, where are you? Castrum lacus litore, which I just start calling castrum lactose intolerance. But yeah, I could have 10 of these weapons completed, full done, if I just had that one stupid item. Imagine just adding these raids to the duty finder so you could just run them. Imagine. Nope. Let's reinvent the wheel, but make it worse. Manderville weapons done. Phantom weapons all done, by the way. Skysteel tools all done. Splendorous tools all done. Cosmic tools all done. And again, it's not even a lot of hard work. It's just consistent, Mr. Ozma. Mr. Ozma, listen. Listen. Who's fishing next to me? Hey, Citri. This is my favorite part. Whenever somebody lands and fishes near me, and I just immediately get up and run away from them. But yeah, Captain and Gathering. This is just pain. Christopher, I need to pick your brain again on how to level up Fisher in the Diadem. I know you did it, so I need to do that. I'm on this bullshit right now, but once I get this done, it's not that bad. He also is the one that overtuned Chaotic, making it dead content. He has a streak of making just dead-ass content, and I think that's something that should be accounted for. Like, he can create the fights, but surely somebody else can adjust the numbers. Sure, he can design it. Mr. Ozma, oh my god, he has a design fight. Okay, cool, great, bring it on. It's challenging, love that. But surely somebody can tune the numbers so that it's not ass, or not put it in a system where it puts it into jail where no one ever sees it ever again. And apparently spends most of the past 2 years coding a new pet system for Beast. Jesus, he did Beast? Oh wow, maybe that was his baby jail. Maybe that's what they had him do, and he's still like, oh wait, wait a minute, let me ruin chaotic raids for everybody. Can you imagine what chaotic raids could have been? He did for the pet. Oh, got you for the. Oh god. Can you imagine what chaotic raids could have been? Like, they're out there somewhere. There's a universe where Mr. Ozma didn't ruin chaotic raids like that, and that means Cleo didn't kick us all out of her group. Therefore, we were all friends with Cleo much sooner. Because she didn't kick us out of her group, therefore we vibed together much sooner. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's a parallel universe out there. We have 1 minute to go. This is just working on the moon and working on things. These are actually really easy to do. It's just a matter of getting the parts and slapping it together. Like this one, I've already done 3 out of the 4, so I just need to get the one of the best recipes for the third phase, so third phase stuff, and then do that. All right, here we go. I'm gonna pop a food. Do I need the food? No. Does the food help me? Not even a little bit. Let's grab a fish, slap the hell out of it. Good luck, Citri. Poog Cleo, yeah. It's all memes. I understand why all that went down. I respect it and I understand it. But I'm not gonna let go of that meme. Ever. Alright. Slap it, chum it. Now we wait 5 seconds. So we need a second Mora Tecta. Having caught 1 big fish, now we have to catch a second one. And this for the Ultimate Raiders. It means he likely didn't do the next ultimate. Stick him to doing only ultimates. Put him in that. That's where he wants to be. That's his wheelhouse. Okay. Mr. Ozma does nothing but ultimates. Go for it. Let him be over there creating that. So it won't be another top. No, I want another top. I'll never do it, so I don't care. Essentially, we have 5 minutes to catch this fish. If we don't catch it, we don't get the buff. We don't get the buff. We don't get to try and catch lancet fish. A fish I have never actually had a chance to even try and reel in. Watch the week fall. And of course, like I said, I mean, obviously, one thing I like to do at the end of the expansion is set goals. My only real goals besides the run-of-the-mill sort of stuff here that you see in those achievements is, I mentioned it before on Sunday, Quantum 40, Quantum 16. I want the title of Grief's Anointed and Mourner of Light. They're edgy as shit and I want them. So that's gotta get done. I know Brady and Franco really want their Alo Alo stuff. I'm not sure I'm good enough to do Alo Alo. Criterion. I'd like to. Force of Nature is a good title. But I don't know. I don't know if I got the dog in me. Mortar of Light is cool. Yeah. I don't know if is that 40 or I forget which one that is. Wait, I haven't completed another Merchant's Tale? What? I thought I did. What am I missing from that? No! He got away! That was the more attack. Oh, sadness. I did it on Harley. Did you just... There's a secret ending? Where is it? Where is it? The Mourner of Light is for maximum, whereas Grief's Anointed is for just doing Quantum at the basic level. Complete Quantum on any iteration and you'll get Grief's Anointed, which is pretty solid. Mourner is 40? Yeah. I did do it. Brady carried me through that shit. Yeah, look, I have all 13. What am I missing? Is there a quest I didn't do? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Follow-up quest? Okay. Follow-up quest. We'll do that after I fail here. The fact that I had a shot at a Moratecta and it is another Merchant's Tale. Oh, that's a Criterion version, right? Another Merchant's Tale is a Criterion. Okay, that makes more sense. Come on, Moratecta. I would like a shot at this fish. I've never even had a chance. Because I can never get the second one in this window. BIS, by the way. Right, because of the wording, you're right. Another is the Criterion version. I am sad now. All that's set up for the game to be like, nah. Sad boy. 50 seconds to go. Despair. Appropriate for the Tempest, but still. How are you doing with it? Oh, Citry said, fuck this. No, they're gone. They're like, I don't need this shit in my life. Fair. 30 seconds. Oh, they got the fish. I mean, that's also... You're right. They're better fishers than me. Sadness. 10 seconds. They can't. The window isn't open yet, Rosa. The window for the lancet fish opens as this window closes. And because the weather changes, I can't cheese it with the fish eyes. Oh well, I'm not gonna sit here in baby jail. Let's see. Warden of the Seven Hues is in 2 hours. Chardonnay is in... We can do Chardonnay, let's go! 2 fish that I can't get to save my life. It's a good thing I'm not GP broke. Who knows tomorrow either? Yeah, 1 day later. And who even knows when it's gonna be? For this, I need spiders. Spiders. This is a somewhat easier to get now. It was much harder back in the day, but it's still not exactly easy. I need 5 ice fairies. That gives me the buff for 2 minutes. And then I get 2 minutes to try and... This one is much easier with setup. If you set it up with mixed bait and all that, it's easier to get. But this one sucks. Esperance carp is mañana. Instead of real whale is 2 days. And then that heirloom gold grouper, Sander. Yeah, with again, I know you said it earlier and I said it as well, but the window for this fish is in 2 days, and after that you have to wait 27 days. It's 25 days by the time that goes through. You have to wait a whole ass month in order to even try for the... At least that one's a straight catch, though. You get 12 minutes straight catch. Hello, welcome to my cave. Oh, nobody else is here suffering. Okay. Alright. I think this one, let's look at the timer for this, is around 12 seconds for the ice fairy. I think they're all below 10 seconds. 1 exclamation mark fish. That was at the 17-second mark. Not what we need. Alright, just out here like, I hate this. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. That's what we needed. We're going to identical cast that. You get 6 from a triple hook. The problem is you need to start being able to mooch in order to do the thing. So if I do a triple hook, I don't know how many a double hook gives you, but I think it might be like 3. Let's wait on GP here a second. I could triple hook it, which will leave me with like 200 GP, and then I can use patience. Obviously, I'll double hook it. We'll double hook it, and then we can just outright catch the single one and then go from there. I have a plan. It's not a good plan. Triple hook is 700 GP, by the way, is what the problem is. Ah, we got the buff. Nice. Okay, well, we get 1 free one for Mooch 2. I think this fish has gone away from me twice. I've only ever seen it twice in like a dozen windows. Not what we want. Okay, we're gonna patience to this, which sucks for me, GP wise. But we want to get, again, less than 15-second, 1 exclamation mark fish. BIS Fisher, by the way. BIS Fisher. It doesn't get better than what I got. Gotta look at the timer for this. Get me so damn little for big fish. Yes, big fish don't give a fuck. It's coded into the game. You cannot 100% these fish. That's just the way it works. And now I'm not even getting the fish that I need for this. There's 30 seconds left on the buff, by the way. Once this goes away, you can't catch the fish at all. Wow. Just flat out denied across the board. Fishing, everybody. This is, again, this isn't just fishing. This is big fishing in particular. I came here unprepared without the GP for it. Ideally, what you would normally do is you would spare full handies, so that way you actually have 3 waiting to go. And then you get your 3 weight, you get them, you just wait on them, and then you get your stacks for your mixed bait, and then you grab 1, and then you identical cast it, so that way you have 4, and then once you go, you're ready to go. And then you still don't catch it because it's a big fish and they don't care. If it was easy, they would call it catching. I'll show you a big catch. I don't know what that means. This is the wrong fish again, I think. Yep. Yep. This might be it. It was at 15 seconds, so. Nope. 45 seconds, and I need to catch 4 more of these. Here we go. This is going to be it. We're going to double hook it, and then we're going to... That'll give us a buff. We're going to mooch to it. And then when that fails, we'll use this one that we have here, which means 2 more shots. So we have 3 attempts in a 5-minute window, though granted again, with 0 setup. Drops dynamite into the lake. Yeah, that's a fail. Alright, with 3 seconds to go in the window. So if you cast before the window closes, it still counts. I don't know how long this fish takes. Again, nope, failed. This fish will be back up in 3 hours. Yeah, I mean that's it. Cause the Furcacuada, the one in, is it Leith? Is in 8 hours. So I have, and then the frozen and the muttering turtles are in 9 hours. And then Derdina is in 1 day. So it's literally just bouncing back and forth. And also Chardonnay won't be up for 3 hours. And then it'll be 16 hours. Big fish. Big fish. Do I have enough tomes to actually buy a piece of gear? I do. Interesting. Hi, Brady. Hi, Krister. Don't mind me. Wait, drone check. By the way, I sold a bomb whistle, the most recent Unreal mount, for 7 million. That's where the market's trending right now, I guess. I don't know how the other markets are, but that's not me bragging. That's just market watch for those that are in Unreal. 14 million, 14,000, not million. Yeah, so if you're looking for a different market, maybe that one's in an uptick for selling. No more tech that I'm not selling you. No, I'm turning you into fish dust because it's personal. Did I tell you or mention my long game market board you played? No, what happened? What you do? Oh, Franco's awake. Good morning, Franco. Yeah, sorted there. I feel like I need to keep the gambler because that's something I could use into chat. But Dameron and Herring is never going away because this bastard took me 31 attempts to catch. The Hook Stealer, it can't go into anything, so goodbye. Rising Dragon, eh. The Sprouting Perch, eh. Lopoceras Elegans, fucking elegance. I don't need you, get out of here. The Lotto in Waiting that has to be in my bags. Hyphalosaurus, my favorite character. Cosmic Haze, I guess I can keep that one for now. Uh-oh, gotta sneeze. Excuse me. Fire, because he just saw your message now saying, no, we can't trust Varsity. So I did, and the market has been, see, a while back I had bought some Figmental Coffers because they were cheapest, they had been in a while, so I bought quite a few. Excuse me, with the plans of using some and selling others, so I did, and the market has been so volatile, but I think last week or the week before, someone actually finally bought one of your coffers. Nice. What'd you sell them for? Put you up on the phone and you mentioned Unreal Things selling, so I checked your Lunaton. Has it sold? Speaking of which, I need to spend points on Harley, don't I? Son of a CBC. I think I just logged off to keep the group going. I didn't actually check. What's going on, Antonio? 4 mil? 4 mil's pretty good. 4 mil's pretty solid. It's right about SoCal. I appreciate you always showing up, Antonio. I know you make the effort for me, homie. That's never lost on me. Never is. How's SoCal treating you? Bald AF? Absolutely. Not as bald as I could be. It means the best time like my hairline's true. She's over there though. She just got back from a meeting. She vibing. You made back what you spent and a little more. Very nice. Damn, what did they drop down to? The last 20 or so has also for 2.4 mil on Behemoth. Well, someone did get a 500 gil rebate. Jeez. Yeah, I need to spend points. Los was about 2 mil. Nice. Okay. So let's see. So we have guaranteed 12th and 19th. So we have 4 more chances. If I spend 600 points now, I'll be at 385. So I'll have 4 chances to get 300 points. You ever seen so even numbers? It is weird when they do line up like that. But I can't sit on this because I'll just overcap and I'll just be wasting points. Music scrolls are definitely not worth the points. I already got the Framers kit. I don't know. None of these are worth getting because the Ixion you can just buy off with Mog Tomes, I believe. This particular Mog Tome. So if you don't have your fat lightning donkey, now's your time. They a big chunk. They super thick. What is Gil? It's a currency attained in this game. Rosa, whenever you want to do 5 guaranteed maps, we can go in and die. It'll be like half an hour of your time. Your crisis will not game me. The little minions aren't really worth it either. I mean, they sell for a fair bit. At least the Ronique calf does. I don't know about the other minions. Tomorrow, absolutely. I should be around for tomorrow. We will. Don't tell anybody else. We'll take some of the guaranteed maps that I have, and just pop them, go in, and then just. It's 50 Mogtomes, so that'll easily get you the Ixion Clarion. None of this is even remotely close to being worth it. Alright, I'll just fuck myself over, I guess. I wonder how well the Egg Eater's doing. Guaranteed door one quick kick. We run in, we get blasted. Yay! We can do it during daytime, and if Chris is around, we can drag Chris along, so that way Chris can get credit as well. But I know Krister wants to do them at maps for that purpose. Egg Eater. Egg? Oh my god, okay, well, the answers that fucking question. Nobody saw anything. Stay out of my markets. Don't mind me. Real quick. I'm kidding, I don't care. I've got 700 million. What do I give a shit about minions? Hello, foe commander. Give it up. Give me the goods. No! Okay, so I have 215 points I need to get. I'll ping you in Discord, Krister, if and when we do that. That way you can get your credit as well. No, don't mind me. Just zooming. Why are they still in old dot? You know what? Never mind. Doesn't matter. Ping me too because I'll forget. Gotcha. Shortly after you finish work or so. Sure. Sure. You know what? Swing. May as well swing for the. Is that the right number? Like, I almost shot it. You know what? Why not? Wait, I'm that terrible person. Listen, it's not going to sell for 15 million. That's just them trying to be. Taking advantage of the situation, and then I come along. Hey, wait, why am I trying to sell this? Rosa needs these. What the shit? Get back out of here. Get my inventory. Alright, make sure I did it right. That's the ones I bought those from another server, Rosa, and another data center, and then I was like, okay, may as well make some profit off of it, and then nobody bought them. No, it's just getting some maps for failure for Rosa to get credit for the Mogtome event. That's all. Nothing serious. Oh, ouchies. Okay, I gotta go make food. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten today, and I haven't slept well today. But I have hydrated myself, so hydrate yourselves. Even if you can't sleep, even if you can't do anything, you can hydrate yourselves. So water, very important. I'll be back in 3 hours with likely Final Fantasy Market Board. Don't play. Always Antonio. Bye, Antonio. Bye, YouTube. I'm back in 3 hours. Take